Hello students, welcome again all of you in this new video. I hope all of you are okay and then you are preparing also for the exam. I believe because now exam time is there and then we have to perform also well in the exam. Okay, so now in this video, in previous video we have discussed the laws of exponent, and now here we will have some applications of laws of exponent in solving the problems. Okay, so I hope till now all the laws of exponents are clear to you. I believe so. Okay, let us come and solve some questions which are based on the laws of exponent, and we will see that how easily we are able to solve those questions. Okay, so one question I am taking among those questions, that it is given to simplify. What is given to simplify? 3 raised to power n into 9 raised to power n plus 1 upon 3 raised to power n minus 1 into 9 raised to power n minus 1. Okay, so in first observation we see that how we will proceed for the next step, and then all these things come in the mind. Okay, so no problem. It is very simple. Let us see here. So we start here. I told you that the way of writing also is very important, because it makes only the difference in your copy and those who are writing in a very simple way. Okay, so that is why I give stress on the way of writing that answers it. Okay. So here first, what is given to simplify? Simplify means we have to write, we have to simplify, we have to write in the simple form, and we have to get the solution. Okay, that's all. So we write here what is given as a LHS we make here. So we write now 3 raised to power n into 9 raised to power n plus 1 upon 3 raised to power n minus 1 into 9 raised to power n minus 1. This is given question. Now this will try to what we will try here first. Here 3 is the base, here 9 is the base. So we can try to bring 9 also in terms of 3. Means what I want to say here, that as any power of 3, if 9 can be expressed, then we can work out with the similar basis. Okay, so we know that 9 can be written here as 3 square. So we write in that way, 3 raised to power n into, what we write here, 3 square, very good, n plus 1 upon 3 raised to power n minus 1 into 9 raised to power n minus 1. Okay, 9 also, this 9 also at the same time, if we are capable, we can do this application with this numerator and denominator both at the same time. So let us write this 9 also at the same time 3 square. Okay, clear to you. Next step we write here 3 raised to power n into this 2, that is the power inside the bracket and the power outside the bracket. One law is here, I am writing the law here. Since a raised to power m whole to the power n is equal to a raised to power, yes, you are correct, a raised to power m into n. So we multiply the powers in simple way. We remember in this way here, that 3 whole to the power 2n, 2 into n, 2n plus 2 into 1 plus 2. Okay, and upon we write here 3 raised to power n minus 1 as it is into this 2 also we multiply as we have done here. Yes, correct. 3 raised to power 2n minus 2. Okay, clear to you? Good. Again, here you see that there is sign of multiplication. Why I am telling you? Because in the next question what we are going to solve, there will be plus or minus in the between. So we have to be alert for that. In case of plus and minus, we have to be very alert to work out with that. In case of multiplication, this is one number only. If thousand of numbers we multiply, the product is only one single number. Here also, so no need to worry for that. Only we have to break this sum of the powers here. So we write once again 3 raised to power n into 3 raised to power 2n plus 2. So this law again we write here, and we use, since it is laws of exponent and applications we are seeing, so we can write here a raised to power m into a raised to power n is equal to a raised to power m plus n. Okay? So if it is combined here, power is added, then we can write them separately in the form a raised to power m into a raised to power m. Laws means we can go from LHS to RHS or from RHS to LHS. Okay? This is, I hope, clear to you. So let us write here 3 raised to power 2n into 3 raised to power 2 upon denominator we are writing here. This also we can break at the same time. 3 raised to power n into, this is minus 1. So 3 raised to power minus 1 into 3 raised to power 2n into 3 raised to power minus 2. By keeping this law in the mind, minus 2. Okay? Here, see that if any, since multiplication sign, I told you that since multiplication, so it is more easier to simplify. We can check the numerator and denominator. If common term we can cancel here from both numerator denominator, we can cancel it. So 3 raised to power n and 3 raised to power n. Use pencil it for the cancellation. Okay, good. What else we can do? 3 raised to power 2n and 3 raised to power 2n is also cancelled. So we are left with 3 square upon 3 raised to power minus 1 into 3 raised to power minus 2. Okay? Or we can simplify in the form here. 3 raised to power minus 1 we can take to the numerator, and 3 raised to power minus 2 this also we can take to the numerator. So finally we write here 3 square. Okay? Yes, good. 3 raised to power 1. The power, the sign will change. Sorry. This 3 raised to power minus 2. Yes. This will come to the numerator, then power will be positive. 3 raised to power 2. Multiply here. 3 square is 9. This 3 square is 9. Okay. So 9 into 9, 81 into 3. So this we get as a result here 243. Okay. And here we can say that after simplifying this given expression, we get the result in the form 243. Okay. I hope clear to you. So mainly what is important in each question, hardly 1 or 2 steps are there where we have to understand. Otherwise it goes smoothly. So this is important thing here. The laws what we are using, and then with the help of these laws we proceed here and we come to the result. Okay? Clear to you? Very good. No doubt. Okay, we will see the next question where plus and minus sign is involved there. Okay? Now children, this question what I told that there is minus sign in the between. Okay, in the numerator also and in the denominator also. Okay, so what to do in this case? That in one way it comes in the mind that this 5 and 5 we can cancel, or like that 25, something like that, and it creates confusion also. But I told you that when plus and minus sign is there, we have to be alert with that. Okay, so we cannot cancel in this simple from the numerator and denominator until we take common from both sides of either minus sign or plus sign. Okay, clear to you? Let us see here. Second thing what we have to remember, as I told in the previous question, if we get the common basis. So what we observe here in the question, here 5, here 25. So 25 what we can do? Yes, correct. 25 also we can write as a power of 5. Okay, we know that it is 5 square. So similarly down also, denominator also we can work out with that. So we can take help of that, and then by applying the laws of exponent we can proceed. Okay, now let us solve. I am writing this question once again as I told you. 5 into 25 raised to power n plus 1 minus 25 into 5 raised to power 2n upon 5 into 5 raised to power 2n plus 3. Okay, and this minus here as it is 25. This minus and this minus here. 25 raised to power n plus 1. Okay, this is the question. Now you can tell. Now I hope it is clear to you. Many can have the answer also. 5 into this 25. What we can write? 5 square. Good. N plus 1 whole to the power n plus 1. Now minus 25 into, so this 25 also we can write as 5 square. Okay, into 5 raised to power 2n. Okay, upon, let us see the denominator. 5 into, as it is we are writing 5 raised to power 2n plus 3 minus 1 by 1 you do. If all together will do, then it creates confusion also. So 1 by 1. Don't hesitate in writing the steps. As many you want you can write, but avoid to make the mistake. Okay, that is important thing. So 5 square n plus 1. Now here again, the power inside and outside we can multiply by using the laws. You know which law it is? 5 into 5 raised to power 2n plus 2 minus. Here what we can write as it is, let us write here 5 square. Here we are not combining because again we have to separate the power. Now 5 into 5 raised to power 2n plus 3 as it is minus, here you multiply the powers, 5 raised to power 2n plus 2, 2 into n, 2n plus 2 into 1, 2. And which law is used here? A raised to power m whole to the power n is equal to a raised to power m into n. In previous question we have seen this. By same law we have solved question. Okay, here also. So sidewise we can write which law we are applying. Now let us separate the powers. Here 5 into 5 raised to power 2n. Okay, clear? Into 5 raised to power 2. If multiplication sign and plus minus sign creating confusion, you can use dot also for this. 5 into, I am just putting the dot here, into 5 raised to power 2. Okay? In further study in upper classes we can use this dots here for multiplication. Minus 5 square, then only minus or plus will be visible, into 5 raised to power 2n. Denominator, yes, 5 into 5 raised to power 2n into 5 raised to power 3. Okay, minus 5 raised to power 2n into 5 raised to power 2. And which law is applied here? Yes, correct. A raised to power m into a raised to power n. This base we can write with a or x, depends on that what variable we are choosing. Okay, so this we can write here, a raised to power m into a raised to power n is equal to a raised to power m plus n. Okay, clear to you? Now choose the common from both sides of minus here, because minus is present only. So what we see? Yes, correct. 5 raised to power 2n, and here also 5 raised to power 2n. 5 square, and here also 5 square. Okay, so this whole is common now. This whole is common after minus with this 5 raised to power 2n into 5 raised to power 2. So let us write separately 5 raised to power 2n into 5 square. Inside the bracket, the remaining number you write 5 minus, and here since we have taken whole outside the bracket, so what is left? Yes, good, 1. Use the bracket for that, upon. Here also you choose 5 raised to power 2n and 5 raised to power 2n. We write here 5 raised to power 2n. Now 5 raised to power 3, 5 raised to power 1 this side, and after minus 5 raised to power 2. So maximum power we can take common. Which power? 2. So into 5 raised to power 2. So what is left here? 5 raised to power 1 and 5 raised to power 3. This will give 4. 5 raised to power 3 plus 1 means 4. From that we have taken 5 square. So what is left here? 5 square inside, and after minus we can write 1 here. Okay, clear to you? Now cancel it. This 5 raised to power 2n, 5 square from numerator denominator, we can cancel. Yes, cancel it is. Use pencil for this. Again I am telling. 4, 5 minus 1, 4 upon 25 minus 1. 5 square, 25 minus 1, 24, and this we can write here as 1 upon 6. And this gives our final answer. Okay, clear to you? So again, you see that if we go through the question, it looks very difficult, but when we apply the laws, it becomes easier and easiest form we are getting here 1 by 6. Clear to you, children? I hope it is clear. Okay, and we can solve many questions of this type which are given in the book. I hope no problem will be there. Okay, now we will take another type of questions. Right? Okay, let us see those questions. Few questions from those type also we can take. Okay, good. Now children, this given here 7 raised to power 2x plus 3 is equal to 1. Okay, one statement given, and it is given here also to find, what is to find here? The value of x. Very simple question. It is given 7 raised to power 2x plus 3 equals to 1, and the one variable is also given, and that value of that variable we have to find out. Okay, now let us proceed here. For that we can write here now 7 raised to power 2x plus 3 is equal to 1. Okay, how shall we change? Okay, because we know that one thing is there in the mind, or just remember that, if not remembering, that if same bases are there on both sides of equal to sign, then both the bases we can cancel, right? So very simple question. This one, how we can change? We know that which law, that x raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Yes, very good. So this one, how we can change? I hope many have got the answer. Yes, correct. 7 raised to power 2x plus 3 we can write here equal to 7 raised to power 0. Very simple. Okay, because 7 raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Okay, how this is coming one in one video I will send to you, that it will be clear in that how the proof is there for that 7 raised to power 0 or any number whose power is 0 is equal to 1. Okay, let us talk about this now, this question only. 7 raised to power 2x plus 3 equal to 7 raised to power 0. I hope no problem is there. Now both the bases, what is here, 7 and 7, we can cancel, right? So we write here now 7 raised to power 2x plus 3 and 7 raised to power 0. By comparing the power, we can write here 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, good. Or we can write here 2x equal to, transpose this 3 to other side, minus 3, or this 2x means 2 into x. 2 and x both are multiplied. Okay, so when we take this 2 to other side, it will come in the denominator, or we can say in division, because it is here with the multiplication sign. So x is equal to minus 3 upon 2. Okay, and this here we can say it is the value of x, right? X equals to minus 3 upon 2, and hence we can write here x equals to minus 3 upon 2, and this is our answer. Okay, don't write the answer here like signature form. You just use the statement for that. That is the best way of writing the answer. That hence x equal to minus 3 upon 2. Clear to you? Okay, very good. I hope all of you are enjoying and enjoy the solving question. Math is very simple subject. If you know, you can solve and you can enjoy the solving. Okay, you can use your time also in very nice way. Okay, so let us see another question of similar type. Right? We are now solving this question. That is similar type of question only. That 4 raised to power x minus 1 into 0.5 whole to the power 3 minus 2x equals to 1 upon 8 whole to the power x. Okay, all the bases if you observe, you see that here 4, here 0.5, here 1 upon 8. Okay, so we are trying to make here all the bases same. So therefore we can simplify easily. Right, let us work out for that. So writing now 4 raised to power x minus 1 into this 0.5. 0.5 what we can write here? Yes, we can write 5 upon 10. 5 upon 10. You know that how to convert into the fraction there. 5 upon 10. We write 1 for the decimal and 0 for remaining digit. So 5 upon 10 whole to the power 3 minus 2x equals to this 8 also we can write here as 2 raised to power 3. Yes, now you are getting the answer fast, because you know that how the power we simplify or how we get the number into the form of power there. Okay, good. Now this 4 also we can write here as 2 square whole to the power x minus 1 into this 5 upon 10. We can write 5 upon 10 1 by 2, and this 2 we can take in the form here 2 raised to power minus 1. 1 upon 2, then 2 will take in the numerator and the power will become minus. So 2 raised to power minus 1 whole to the power 3 minus 2x equals to, this also you take in the numerator as we have taken here. What will be the power here? Minus 3. Very good. Whole to the power x. Now you see once, just in 2 steps we have got here base 2, here also 2 and here also 2. Very good. Now let us apply this law. This power we can multiply inside and outside. We know that 2 raised to power 2 into x to x minus 2 into this minus 1 you take inside, from inside to outside you multiply. So 2 raised to power minus 3 plus 2 negative sign will give positive sign. So 2x equal to 2 raised to power minus 3x. Have you got it, children? Okay, good. Now here also, if I ask you by which law we have done, so we have the answer. In good student copy, this law should be mentioned there. So a raised to power m into a raised to power m whole to the power n. Yes, whole to the power n is equal to a raised to power mn. You all are good students? I believe. Okay, that all students, those who are learning, all are good students. Okay, very good. Now apply another law. Both the bases are same. So I am writing the law first here. Since a raised to power m into a raised to power n is equal to, yes, many have answered, a raised to power m plus n. Okay, so add the powers. So we write here 2x minus 2 plus minus 3 plus 2x. Okay, all the powers we added here. So this is equal to 2 raised to power minus 3x. Next step we write here, simplify this power 2 raised to power. This base little bit bigger we have to write to clear, and powers we can write with little small digit. Okay, this you are knowing. So 2x and this 2x. Okay, both we can combine and we write 4x minus 2 and this plus into minus. What will be? Minus. Yes. So minus 2 and minus 3, it will become minus 5 is equal to 2 raised to power minus 3x. Now you see, both sides the base is same, so we can cancel it, 2 and 2, and power we can equalize. So we write here 4x minus 5 is equal to minus 3x. Okay, both the bases cancelled. It is understood. If you don't show the cancellation, it is also understood. You can write directly the powers equal here, or we write here 4x equal to minus 5 we transpose to this side, and minus 3x you take this side. So plus 3x and minus 5 will become plus 5. Okay, go for next step. 7x equal to 5 or x equal to, yes, what is the answer here? 5 upon 7. Okay, how we get here 7? Because it is multiplied, so it will come in the denominator. X equal to 5 upon 7. And we write here hence, down we can write hence x equal to 5 upon 7. This is the answer part here. Clear, dear children? Understood? No doubt? Okay, very good. So this type of questions I hope that you will be able to solve. Okay, let us take one more question which is of another type. If you understand the concept, you can solve many questions of that type. Okay, so we are going to take another question. Student, this question written here, 2 raised to power 2x minus 2 raised to power x plus 3 plus 2 raised to power 4 is equal to 0. If we compare the previous question what we have solved and now this question what we are solving, little difference is there in that. Okay, the way of solving is also different. So just pay attention to this type of question. Once you understand, you can solve the similar type of question. Okay, so let us see how we are changing the form. Okay, with the help of the laws of exponent. So right here, this also given that find the value of x. Let us write to find the value of x. Okay. Now we start here. 2 raised to power 2x minus 2 raised to power x plus 3. This 2 raised to power x plus 3. Okay. We can break here that 2 raised to power x into, yes, tell me, 2 raised to power 3. 2 raised to power 3. We are separating the power. Okay, with the help of the base. Plus 2 raised to power 4 is equal to 0. No problem in that? Okay, good. Now, here this 2 raised to power 2x, we can write here in the form 2x whole to the power 2. Right? Why we are writing so? I will tell you. Minus 2 raised to power x as it is into 2 raised to power 3 plus 2 raised to power 4 equal to 0. We are not changing anything. Just x and 2 with the first term, this x we are taking inside and 2 written outside. Why we are doing so? Now here the answer that 2 raised to power x we can assume equal to another variable. Say that it is y. So let we write here, let 2 raised to power x is equal to y. Then what we get here? Y square, yes, minus this for 2 raised to power x also we can write y into 2 raised to power 3. 2 raised to power 3 is equal to 8. So 8y we write here. 8 and y for this. Plus 2 raised to power 4. How much it is? How much? Yes, good. It is 16 is equal to 0. You see that in very simple form we have got one equation. Y square minus 8y plus 16 is equal to 0. Okay. Now we know that one identity we have learned in the lower classes. Which identity? That a minus b whole square and a plus b whole square. So here since minus is there with the middle term, we use this minus identity that a minus b. We write in this form first a square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to a minus b whole square. Okay? Since means we are trying to bring in the form a square minus 2ab plus b square, and for that we can write a minus b whole square. Good? Right now a square, that is y square only, minus, if you don't get here, don't worry, write here the b square, that means 4 square we can write. A and b both are decided, so we can write here 2ab, 2 into a is our y and b is 4, so 2 into y into 4. Now check also that we have this minus 8y as a term or no. So 2 into 4, 8, right? 2 4 is 8 8y. We are getting, means we are correct, and this is equal to 0. I got it? Very simple. Once again I am telling, this a square minus 2ab plus b square form, if you are getting, we can write in place of that a minus b whole square. So we are writing a. So if you want to clear it more, we can use the bracket also for this. That how we are getting this form. Okay, so we use bracket here, y square, that is a square minus 2ab, and b is what here? 4. So b square, right? A square and b square separately we have shown. Alright. Now what we can write? This gives equal to a minus b whole square. So y minus 4 whole square we can write, and this is equal to 0. Clear? Now next step, y minus 4 whole square, and this side is 0. So this square also we can give to other side, and that is square root of 0. So that is 0 only. So therefore we can write y minus 4 is equal to 0. Clear? Next step, y is equal to, minus 4 we can transpose here. So this is equal to 4. Minus 4 will become plus 4. Again, I draw your attention towards this, that we don't have to get the value of y. What to find here? The value of x. And how this x and y both are related, we can come to this 2 raised to power x is equal to y. I encircle you to see this relation 2 raised to power x is equal to y. Okay. So in place of y we can write here 2 raised to power x equals to this 4 also we can write as a base of 2 and power 2 square, that is equal to 4. 2 square is equal to 4. This 2 and 2 both we can cancel from both sides. We know same bases are there. So what is value? X is equal to 2. Okay, x equals to 2, and hence we write here our answer, that hence x is equal to 2, and we complete our solution. Okay children, now children we are here with another interesting question. This is given that 1176 is equal to 2 raised to power a into 3 raised to power b into 7 raised to power c, and asked to find the value of a, b and c, which are given in the form of powers here. Okay, so I told you often that we observe the question first and then we can plan it in a very proper way, and then we can go for solving that question. Okay, so the LHS and RHS, when we see both sides, then the another side RHS we see that they are given in the form of the factors, that 2, 3 and 7, and there are some powers are there in the form of a, b and c. So here also if we get the factors of the given number 1176 in the form of 2, 3 and 7, then we can compare their powers and then we can say that that is the value of a, b and c. So let us factorize this given number 1176. Okay, so you know that how to factorize that one? 1176. Let us divide here by 2 because 6 is at the unit place. So 2 5s are 10, 2 8s are 16, and 2 8s are 16. Again here 8 is there at the unit place. So we can divide by 2. 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are 18, and 2 4s are 8. Okay, again 4 is here at the unit place. So yes, good. We can go for 2 again. 2 1s are 2. Then 2 4s are 8 and 2 7s are 14. Now we can see that 7 is there at the unit place, which is an odd number. So we can think for another factor, that is 3. 3 4s are 12. 2 3 9s are 27. And by 3 it is not divisible here, so we can divide by 7. 7 7s are 49. All these are prime numbers. You know prime numbers, which are prime numbers or prime factors? Numbers which are having 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. Right? You are knowing this. Okay. So here that is the power of 3 is the power of 2, 1 is the power of 3, and 7 since come 2 times here, so 7 is having the power 2. So we write here now 1176. Let us write once here to show the continuation of the steps. 2 raised to power a into 3 raised to power b into 7 raised to power c. And now for this number we are showing, that is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 7 into 7. This is equal to 2 raised to power a into 3 raised to power b into 7 raised to power c. Or we can write here 2 raised to power 3, because 3 times it is, into 3 raised to power 1 into 7 raised to power 2. Yes, very good. And other side as it is we carry down, 3 raised to power b into 7 raised to power c. Okay? This we can show separately to avoid the confusion. Okay? Now, by comparing, we compare both sides. As I told you earlier, that by comparing we get here 2 power of 2 you compare, 2 raised to power a and 2 raised to power 3. So we get a raised to power 3. Now this power of 3 you compare, so b is equal to 1. And power of c when we compare both sides, c is equal to, what is it? 2. Yes, very good. And now we write hence, since it is asked to find the value, so hence a is equal to 3, b is equal to 1 and c is equal to 2. Okay? And this is our answer part. Okay children, so I hope this question is clear to you, and if you get another question of this type, you will be able to solve. Okay? So I think here in continuation some part of this chapter is left. Some more questions will take in the next video. Okay? In that we will discuss about the rational exponent. Rational exponent with the radical sign, right? Radical sign, how do we remove in the form of the exponent? This we will see in the next video, and some questions also we solve on the basis of that. Okay, so till then you keep solving, keep practicing, and enjoy with this maths work. Okay, I hope it will take care of you, and see you till then. Okay, we'll meet in the next video.